Hey yo, hey yo. What's going on, guys? Yes, sir. We're back with another one, but this time we're definitely on the grounds. We're on property of something brand new for creators, creators, i.e., me. Yeah, this is something that we're going to be cooking up towards the end of this year or within the first quarter of the 2020, 2026, all the way next year. But with all the projects we have to wrap up, I just thought I get ourselves geared up for something different and special. This will be dubbed Fosterlandia. This will be Fosterlandia. We will feature at least three mainlands. We'll see what comes from that. But yes, I'm excited. I'm excited for the ideal, not the ideal, but the identity of what this park will represent. You know, have some things to finish and get going. But I'm excited for this park. It's going to be a slow build process. So look for this to be probably the main project of next year. Um, we're going to move away from the multi-park, the multi-park series. We're going to bring that to a close, rightfully, and we're going to focus only just on a few. I know I just said multi, but when I say multi, I mean in like 7 or 8 parts, like we have done our first time around. But we will be getting things started, geared up for something fantastic. And I'm excited. I'm excited for what the direction of this park and just the ideal of the channel. You know, so, instead of hiding all our baskets and our eggs in so many bushes, how about we just have a field day with one bush, a few bushes, drop a few eggs in that one bush, and hopes that we have a satisfied viewership and fun while doing it. But I'm excited for this place. Again, this will be dubbed Fosterlandia. We keeping with that rustic red and tans and all the beautiful colors that we like, especially that black. That for look for this to be something special. I feel this is going to be special for us and to us, indeed. Anyway, guys, hopefully we are doing good. Hopefully you're doing swell. And no further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to Greenwood South, the part that started it all, or the ring that rules them all. This being our most lucrative park, our first park, our everything. Uh, I think it was fitting to do more of a ceremonial, not farewell, but I stated last episode that we're gonna do less of Greenwoods, and I meant that. Trying to turn the page of the MultiPark Series, but this is gonna be one of them that's gonna be around for a while. Excuse me. So for we to not forget this park and forget where we come from as a channel as a whole, I want to shed more light on all the additions. Wow, all the additions we added in such a short amount of time, and give an overall synopsis of where we've been. Like, for one, this entrance itself, the building, the aesthetics of it, all brand new. The same for what's at the top. We have now a monorail system running on the top of it, the main monorail station. We also pumped out multiple themed areas, let alone rethemed and reshaped the pathing of our park. If anyone's familiar with Greenwood South, we had a more ceremonious main street. I'm not gonna say ceremonious, but a more traditional main street that kind of ascended the hikes, ascended up to that landmass up there. But that's no longer with us, so yeah, we press forward. So instead of having a main street, we have a greeting or a welcome plaza for you. That's all brand new. 100% of it is brand new. I just want to shed light on this whole situation before we dip out, guys. Before we make that trek through the park, man, I just want to ask you again, guys, how are we doing? I mean that. Hopefully we're doing great. Just want to send out a quick appreciations to all that follows, all that subscribes, all that goes over to the Twitch, vice versa, from Twitch over to YouTube and beyond. I appreciate all you guys, man. And I really mean that you guys really do make this journey, this massive world, less. It's so vast, but y'all make it that much better, that much smaller. But yeah, we brought upon ourselves just that niche of creation, and we kind of went Disney on you guys. Got us a grand castle with a moat. This is our main gift shop. Massive. We need more. We need a food situation back here. Something. Also have two ride photo kiosks. That's Etielians. Also, it's the Texas sections. Rattlesnake. I feel good. I feel accomplished for it. I don't do anything interior-wise on any of my builds, and this was that one. We really went and detailed it out. And completely just refaced the whole the previous Main Street area with what you see now. All this is brand spanking new. And it's a closed day, so we just chilling. Just to give you guys an insight of where we at, where we been, where we going. Brand spanking new. Alright, as we make our way to the first theme zone, dubbed Evasion. Please do check out the past videos and check out the storyline on those. This whole session came to fruition by the way of major theatrics and a story plot, promotional rollout. And I believe this is the situation that started it all, the newness of it all. For one, like we've been many things, and we've had many rides and different variations of this park under the same name of Greenwood, but we've never seemed to have any flow going to the left of our property. Well, that changed in the last two iterations of this park. That last one, when we started this journey, it was nothing over here but just trees and land. and an old trail of monorail and a railroad track tread that was left over there. He's like, you know what? Let's bring it to life. So what happened? Story has it, this asteroid broke atmosphere, landed, incubating an unknown life form forces with its tools of the trade, and once it acclimated to our atmosphere, all hell broke loose here at Greenwood South, which we have a current war going on. Our side is fighting back as much as possible. Their side is taking up stronghold. But, it's what it is. But this is not the area I really want to focus on because we did plenty of this. If you're not familiar with this, please do check out previous videos. Let's press forward and shine a light on something I feel that's been neglected or, not enough shine to. And that's this Shiresdale section right here, the Hobbits, Lord of the Rings inspired Shiresdale. You know what I mean? And I feel like Bilbo and his fans and family and surrounding families live in this area. This is where they're from, or this is a surrounding a surrounding town or something down the road, or some kind of township of Middle Earth, olden days. And I feel like this whole entire area was carefully crafted from everything, from rocks. Everything was intentionally crafted. I think almost more than any zone. I think the only thing that probably rivals it for as the attention to detail that I personally took was the Texas side. But I think that's a smaller land, man. This is smaller than Texas. With that being said, like, there's so much detail paid to it for as just everything, the approach of detail. Let's say for as the flora goes, I did something I never done before. Normally I just go to the menu and pop out a few and just start copying and pasting. But this time I like intentionally went off site and got a cluster of trees that I felt symbolized Middle Earth. And before I even placed the tree, I already had the tree scale, the flora package already developed, and the same for the the upcoming zone that we got coming up beyond Shiresdale's borders. And it was very intentional. It felt very purposeful in what we did, and I felt accomplished. This was my first time really coming in with those attentions and that level of foresight and planning, which also accidentally make this area like my favorite for as sight lines like this at nighttime with this ascending stairwell or stair step. And then its surrounding flora and trees and everything. I fell in love with this for it brings back memories of my home, Georgia, the wooded area. You feel me? And with that in mind, especially after I stepped back for a second, I'm like, wow, I really went back and gave it another layer of love, which I probably got to do some more with certain things like that. But this area directly reminds me of my home, woodsy. You know, I put some seating around here because people got to sit down here, I believe. They got to get some rest in and just take it all in. I know it's like not too far from the gate, but hey, I think it's enough. Enough has happened. If you rode any attractions from here to there, enough attractions are available for you to take a breather, take a break. But yeah, this entire sight line, I'm just in love with. Like, this feels so different. And at nighttime, it hits way different. See some things we gotta come in, and it's my first time ever really taking it. Huh. And then I also, when I do take it, I halfway take it this way. But indeed, thoroughly enjoyed creating this area. I just had to take a step back because it definitely reminded me of home. And I felt great. I mean, we had like 70% to play with. You know, we had 70% spent on the complexity, and we ended up pumping out 3 zones. One, two, three, four.
Woo, yeah!
4 zones. We got 4 zones out of 70, and I can't wait to the next project. We can do it bigger and better using a proven method. So we're gonna take a method of smaller is bigger or better because we get a tighter pocket of theming to immerse you. You know, and I want to even get more immersive. Keep zooming in. I want to get more immersive. But while that we here, we might as well take a ride on Monster Castle. All right, let's get this ride on. And again, I don't know for those who are not in the know, this is a ode or a direct imitation. I ain't gonna say imitation, but this is inspired by Monster Mansion, Six Flags Over Georgia. And this was my first time making figures, animatronics. I mean, so much going on. Don't play with TNT kids. But this was my first attempt at making anything. These 2 creatures here were my first creatures or figures ever making. So you can see some mistakes I made, and it's all good. But nevertheless, I felt accomplished. I felt like my horror experience, professional horror experience, paid off here. And I've created a scene, a story, even though it follows almost as closely related to Monsters Mansion at Six Flags Over Georgia. I felt the story that I crafted is a good one. You know, it's a good one. I feel amused. So please drop down in the drop down in the comments. Let me know your opinions of this attraction and the whole episode and or platform, dude. I would love to get your opinion, especially or specifically on this ride, Monster Castle. This is one of my favorite sections. And everything you see was literally almost my first time messing with animatronics, in the sake of it being an animatronic or a figure. And this upcoming sequence definitely imprinted upon me from Monsters Mansion at Six Flags Over Georgia, because they also have this massive monster's mouth at the end of the ride. You think you're in the clear? No, sir, you're not. Simulated moon. Less yard, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Wow. And that was Monsters Castle. Goodness gracious, I love this attraction. It brings me back to home, the surroundings, everything about it was carefully crafted from memory based off my experience on Monsters Plantation or Mansion, which one you want to go with. All right. Now coming up here is one of my favorite areas ever creating or attempting, This is my version of Pandora from the movie in the Disney saga Avatar. Allow me to welcome you to Pandora Awakening. Or to be called, Pandora Awakened. Y'all know I'm notorious for mispronouncing some shit. My own stuff. And I just want to spend a little extended time over here, man. I didn't get enough time. I purposely have to leave this project alone. I spent so much time here crafting this area, and In the same way did the floral package on this, the floral package was carefully watched and handpicked. I had a section for the trees, a section for the shrubbery, the bushes, everything. And all laid in the back of the park, ready to be carefully placed in, you know. And this is what we got. We got the floating mountain. We have Taruk Maktu. Taruk Maktu is flying through Pandora. Or Taruk. There you go right there. And it almost does feel like a rites of passage. In the same way that Pandora had that glow about itself. We got that going too. We have a lighting package that I've never done before. I'm excited about. I thought I overdid it, but thinking of what area we're in, like nah, luminescence have to be prevalent. And I think the demonstration of Pandora's natural bioluminescence, I think was kind of pulled off flawlessly on my behalf. I even added some additional rocks outside of a reference photo or something. I thought that it fits. Saying for over here at an eatery stand, or I don't know what to call this. It's an eatery corner. Got floating rocks over it. I mean, just everything except for I think I kind of skipped on the decor far as the queue line goes. But let's get a ride. And this is Taruk Maktut's flight. Let's get a good flight. But the floor was still down. All right, let's get it. I need to add some music to it. I don't know what's a better flight. I think possibly at nighttime is the better flight time, ride time, if you will. What is that sound? Yes. Ooh. There it is. I don't know. I just really feel like this is truly like a flight of passage. You are Jake. You have synced with this beautiful creature, and y'all are now becoming one with the land, and everything's full circle. You know. All right. That was Taruk's flight. Definitely beautiful. Beautiful ride to match a beautiful landscape. Indeed. All right, let's make our way up out of here. But I felt this ride needed a deeper dive into it. Especially this guy here, man. Oh, this site itself is unmatched. Nowhere in the land, nowhere in the area you get a view like that. And I think I did a great job of making this place look alien, even using a lot of material that we all see, a lot of source material that we all see. I just think the way that we used it in the context that we used it in, it turned out to be beautiful. Also, we have a family coaster on the side. This is Navi, not the, but we call it Navi Adventures. I don't know why I want to say the Navi Adventures, but it's also heavily themed out. Theme being just that tropical, alien-like situation. I would love, if I was a kid, I'd be in love with a attraction like this. Brings in a little horror, a little airtime pops here and there. Uh, that was Navi Adventures, and I'm in love with it. It still offers you great sights of the entire land, the queue itself, from the priority pass to the normal. I think it furthers you more into the ideal of where you're at, especially if it weaves and just melts into the landscape. You are here, and this was fun. Let's break immersion. Let's see. Yep, let's break immersion. Get that nighttime vision. Ooh, excuse me. Slightly fatigued, I will say, but we're gonna keep it pumping. Yep. All right. Here's a nighttime walkthrough of Pandora. Get a catch sights of for Taruk flying through. Get the beautiful rock mountain, floating mountain. Hmm. I believe Taruk's lair or cave is slept on. It's like I think it's one of the most beautiful pieces here, besides the floating situation. And that's pretty much how we coming. I just have fun. This is one of like the top, not if not the best, for as fun goes. Definitely top three creations I have fun doing, dude. I thoroughly had fun making it. Wasn't stressed about the realism, how it looked, etc. Nope. Let's see. Ooh, uh-oh. How do we get in there? Yeah, this ride really felt great. And I hope to have more projects like this one here. Even have something in the back here. Can't it's camouflaged, so you have to catch it in motion. But I hope to have more projects like this where I'm caught in voyeurism, just sitting back, looking, staring, and just being as if this place is real and just taking it in like art. Because what we do here is art. So shout out to all the creators, all the ones I've met via the Twitch. Please don't forget to drop down and get those links and those details to those Twitches and those other social media outlets, Discord, what have you. Catch those behind the scene looks and shout out to those great people because yeah, I think I probably wouldn't be creating so hard if it wasn't for some of the people I've met, local celebs, if you will. I met a few, I'm gonna just leave it at that. A couple, yeah, pressing forward. I really do hope to obtain the enjoyment level that I reached on this one. Look at this, you know. I made sure if it wasn't for the rides, the land itself had some kind of fluidity or motion about it. And literally, some pieces of this puzzle has motion to it, but color, shape, placement. I think it promotes like this log right here. That promotes some kind of visual motion, artistic motion. Thoroughly enjoyed it all. So definitely, either not, if not my favorite, my top three zone, along with this one right here, Shiresdale. I don't even want to leave here, dude. I want to live in it. But Shiresdale's the same, dude. It's that naturalness that I like, that rustic vibe that I like, Middle Earth, heavy on the woods, and that's my vibe. You feel me? And I think I captured that pretty nice on this one. So I'm excited to just fill in some blanks and just keep this one going, this part going. I say I can keep it going regardless of that, the 96 on the complexity. We're gonna tear the back end of this part off. I'll give you a sight of it. We're gonna tear that back end off and redo it. This here, this here is one of my favorite pieces to Shiresdale. I didn't get a chance to talk about. I mean, it's a clock tower, but it's a rest area. It's not hiding. It's right here in your face, and I like it. I like it a lot. And here's my favorite sightline. Of the entire park. Looks like a postcard or something, Something definitely not in the United States. I mean, maybe in Georgia, because Georgia has some beautiful sights. Don't get it twisted. But what I wanted to do is definitely get some shine, more shine in this area where I felt it didn't get. The park as a whole before we put it on the back burner. Come back with you with some more detailed situations on how we're gonna rearrange that back end. But I think it will align more with what I want. Just smaller, more flush zones. We can have several. We can have, in the double digits of areas if done right. But that does bring us to a close, guys. I just want to get some love in particular places while I had that opportunity before we get back to the horror as I stated. But hey, I just want to give 1,000 more appreciations to everybody who checks out the content as a fan. Thank you all for your viewership. Thank you all new subscribers. I appreciate you all and welcome in newcomers. I can't wait to continue to grow with you guys. You have anything on the content, on how we can change it, any opinions, I would love to hear your insights on whether it's this episode, previous episodes, where there may be. But with that being said, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Yeah, we're gonna go and get you up out of here. We got some things we want to do. So please, just go ahead and join me up on that Twitch. You can probably see me over there. And if not, then I'll catch you next episode. So with that being said, guys, with no further ado, we are out of here. We're most definitely signing off. This your guy, Top Gunner, aka Loudleaf, aka The Voice, aka the man with 1,000 names. Until we meet again at whatever park we may meet, whether it's a Blackwood, whether it's for the horror, whether it's for the green, scenic, the magical, the whimsical. Until we meet again, guys, y'all be safe. I love you all. She got Loudleaf. I'm signing off, and I'm most definitely outie. Bye.